when the game is on the line. You need a team to know strength, recovery, and performance. At Alliance Orthopedics, we keep athletes moving. Stronger, faster, and better every day. For every parent, for every athlete, Alliance Orthopedics. Better every day.
Spectacular Friday afternoon in Clifton, New Jersey, here on the Super Football Conference Network. As today, these images coming to you from Joseph Greco Field on campus. Clifton Stadium, historic stadium, up and running for decades and decades, sites of so many great events. It's the SFC Network's coverage of the 2026 Girls Football New Jersey Final Four. In this matchup today come the undefeated Bees of Bayonne at a perfect 15-0. They will take on the Cardinals of Plainfield. Plainfield 14-1 on the season. Jimmy Cavallo alongside of the call, veteran girls flag football presence of the state of New Jersey, Lindsay St. Q, of course, the skipper, the head coach of Montclair State University, the Red Hawks. And Lindsay, when you roll out the balls for girls flag football in 2026, you mark the calendars for this day, and these two teams are here.
Absolutely. What an exciting day. This is what, all the athletes dream of, being here. We see Bayonne super pumped. The crowd is excited. We're ready to go.
Super Football Conference Network will carry girls flag football this Final Four tonight. A little later on the SFC Network, just punch it up on our site, will be the three-time defending state champions Ridgewood as they go up against the exciting squad from Harrison. That a little later on tonight. That will start about 6 o'clock. But in this one, Bayonne and Plainfield. And Lindsay, when you think about how decorated these two teams are, they've played 30 games combined with only a single loss.
Bayonne, I had the privilege of being at these games last year as the Clifton head coach, kind of supervising, and Bayonne is tremendous. Been following along on Plainfield as well, like you said, only one loss on the season, and it should be a good matchup today.
We honor America with the national anthem. So Bayonne comes out in their home dark maroon jerseys. Plainfield in their whites, decorated with the red trim. Of course, Lindsay, the one thing football fans will see when they look at girls flag football, they play it at a little smaller field. The field is 80 yards long?
Correct. 80 yards, slightly more narrow as well. A rule that was changed this year is instead of the first drive being 1st and 20, we've shortened it, so it's 1st and 6, which makes it significantly easier to get those offensive plays going. And we're off. Plainfield with the QB keep.
That's Malia Underwood, sophomore quarterback, head coach. Josh Webb's your head coach of Plainfield in his 4th year. Josh, a graduate of Plainfield High School, with football players back in his day. Here's a give, quick flag. On the give is Malia McNeil. Good action, good pursuit there.
And it looks like we stay about the same, so 3rd and 1.
Looked like the flag was grabbed by Gia Logan. Logan, just a freshman out there in the big one. Here's Underwood now on the keeper. Extends the ball. Flag is grabbed after a quick pickup. It's going to be a first down. Good recognition there by the QB. That first possession's got the short route for the first down.
And looking at Plainfield's offense here, their sophomore quarterback went 83 for 121 so far in the year with less than 1,000 passing yards. So it looks like their run game is pretty strong.
This is Amani Mullins, but Mullins stopped after a short pickup. So Bayonne, the defense, staying home, getting the flag grab early in this one. Bring up 2nd down now and long for the Cards. So Plainfield off their quadruple overtime victory over Elizabeth in the Big Central Conference finale. This ball's picked off at the 42-yard line. On the pick right there was Talia Smith, the quarterback, who goes 2 ways for Bayonne. Smith is off to a huge start here in this game for the junior.
Definitely took the momentum right away from Plainfield. Bayonne's offense, I mean, their quarterback, Tatiana Watson, tremendous players.
So Talia Smith made big defensive play in their victory over West Orange. Now quick hitter on first down. Taking this one upfield is Camilla Janio, the junior. So pass is complete on first down. UC Smith, number 22, good-looking athlete, is the junior. She's a captain, too. Bayonne strong defensively, coming off their 10th shutout of the season in that victory over West Orange. And now back to their offense. The Bees now. Another quick hitter, rising up high to catch the football. Oh, good grab on that one by Layla Pennington, the sophomore defender for Plainfield. And the art of grabbing that flag, Coach, it's becoming a skill. You're seeing it improved upon year after year.
Certainly is. And, you know, similar to tackle football where it's about angles, inches, seconds, just like the flag football world over here.
Here is Smith now, 3rd down, passing situation. Talia back to throw, takes the short under route. That ball's complete, still on her feet. Flag is finally grabbed at about the 24-yard line. This is going to be a first down now for Bayonne.
Nice work, girls.
Well, in that reception right there was Desaya Clark, the super sophomore. So good-looking pass and catch right there. And you could see Talia Smith, big, strong, at 5'9", athletic junior, never leaves the field. And she looks in total control here on this first possession of the game. Ball's inside the 25 now at the 24. Here is Smith now, back for the Bees. Taking a shot downfield, got somebody wide open. This is going to be a touchdown. Jada Stovall. And the Bees have struck first. Jada just running that go route. She got behind the defense, Coach.
Absolutely. And just looking at Bayonne's lineup here, they have veteran players. Plainfield a little bit on the younger side. Big game. I'm sure there are a lot of nerves out there. It might take them a little while just to settle in.
Smith now going for the conversion. Takes the short route. That is complete. And they will pick it up. So just like that, Bayonne gets an interception from their junior quarterback, Talia Smith, and then she leads the Bees right down the field, and they have a 7-0 lead. So Bayonne under the direction of Coach Tico Barrett. Bayonne 1988 graduate with linebacker, went on to William Patterson. Coach Barrett done a great job. You see him bottom of your screen there, just leaving the field. Now his defense comes back on the field. Just got by a very electric West Orange here on first down. That's incomplete. Bayonne beats West Orange to get to this game. They had 3 picks in the game. They won the game 6-0.
Tremendous defensive plays between two of the top teams. It truly was anyone's game, especially considering the fact that it was one play that made all the difference there.
And there was not an offensive score in the game. They won the game on a pick 6 by Eva Chambers to take it 6-0. She scampered 30 yards, and that brings Bayonne to this game. Out to a lead now. Malia Underwood back to pass into the flats, intended for Mackenzie Anderson. Cook. That is incomplete. Brings up third down now.
And Tatiana Watson out there, number 4 for Bayonne. Tremendous player. I had the privilege of coaching her last year during the Phil Sims North-South All-Star game. I mean, big part of Plainfield's offensive game plan should be to keep the ball away from her. Throw the opposite direction.
Underwood now. The short route. That is complete to Shiloh Errington, junior captain. That's going to be well short of the first down. Well, check that. She'll have enough for the first down, so they'll move the chains now. Ball at the 31-yard line. Elizabeth winning that big Central Conference. First conference tournament championship. Down by 7 with 1:48 left. Malia Underwood drove the field to tie it with the 2-minute drill. Won the game in 4 overtimes on a pass to Amani Mullings. It was under
2-minute offense has become such an important part of the game. Honestly, my Clifton team twice this season came down to the wire. I feel like especially with so many teams specializing on the defensive side of the ball, 0-0 games, now that we've implemented overtime, it's become huge.
Trips left now for the Cardinals of Plainfield. Here's Underwood, sets in a pocket, taking a deep shot down into coverage. Ball falls incomplete. Good job downfield by the Bees. They were not fooled at all. So it'll bring up second down now. 90-degree June afternoon as students are thinking it's almost time for the end of school. But when you're playing flag football on June 5th, it tells you something, Coach. It means your season is continuing.
Absolutely. And like I said earlier, this is what every team dreams about. Beginning of the season, you want to make it to June. That's the goal. Everyone's goal is to continue playing after Memorial Day weekend. Obviously, Bayonne and Plainfield both already champs in their own divisions, but nobody wants their season to end.
Third down now. Mighty task for Plainfield today, going against this rock-solid defense of Bayonne High School under Tico Barrett. They have been unbelievably stingy this year on defense. 3 picks a week ago against East Orange. Now out to the flats, dancing for extra yards. That's Destiny Montanez. Montanez will pick up a couple. Good flag grab there. Or check that. That was Mackenzie Anderson Cook, the junior. Flag was grabbed by Sofia Escobar. So we'll bring up 4th down now. Plainfield will punt it away. New rule this year, you can pick it up off a bounce on the turf, but if you drop it, it stays there. Fielded on a fly.
She's still going. Which honestly, I was excited about the changes in the punt return rules. For us personally, a couple of times, the ball took a terrible bounce and ended up putting us in worse field position. I do think now, after playing through it for a season, definitely something that the girls need to work on. They anticipate a bounce and being able to grab the ball, working to our advantage, which did not always happen to be the case.
Hey, anything to increase the exposure of these athletes is a good thing for the game. Quick out, but nice grab on the flag by Deanna Jones, the sophomore captain. Jones has had a big sophomore season. That'll bring up 2nd down now. It's the greatest of times for flag football now, Coach. Now that the NCAA has announced we will have national champions in Division 1, 2, and 3. I mean, that's amazing news for a college coach like yourself.
Absolutely. Montclair State, we were part of the ECAC conference this year during our inaugural season.
Taking another deep shot downfield behind the defense once again. Long reception here. And once again, Eva Chambers putting it all on display. It was Chambers with the pick 6 to beat West Orange a week ago. You have to know where number 5 is at all times if you're Plainfield.
Absolutely, and just seeing the growth of the game between the high school level, the college level, seeing these athletes go from playing on this field to now playing at the college level. I mean, the ceiling on the growth of this sport, truly, there is no ceiling.
Here's the junior quarterback, Talia Smith. This one will be blown dead. So there'll be a offsides on the defense here. Well, when you think about it, the news just keeps getting better and better, from the announcement that in 2028, the Summer Olympics in Los Angeles will feature women's flag football. An Olympic sport.
Exactly. I know, talking to my girls at Montclair State, their dreams, of just playing a sport in college now is grown to they want to be in the Olympics. And honestly, they could be.
Here's Smith now. Not going to avoid the flag grab right there. Great penetration. Benali Pitardo, sophomore.
And what a huge play to set Bayonne back. 5-6 yards.
I mean, that's the kind of plays defensively Plainfield is going to have to make. Now on 2nd down, here's Smith once again. Smith rolls the pocket. Smith floats a pass downfield, well covered that time by the defense of Plainfield. So Plainfield got good pursuit of the quarterback, and in that secondary that time was Aspen Breckton, the junior.
And again, looking at Plainfield's roster, definitely a team on the younger side. Big, exciting moment that they're in. I feel like they came out a little bit nervous. Definitely took them a little while, but it seems like their defense is settling in. We'll see if they can stop.
Trips left now on 3rd down. Trip receivers left, including Eva Chambers for Talia Smith. Smith now feels some pressure, takes the under route right here into the hands of Camilla Janayo. She will be stopped. On the grab that time was Malia McNeil, the freshman. And that brings up fourth down.
They're not normal. They're good. Angel's the most normal. He's the best. He's the one state.
So Bayonne about 12 yards from the end zone. They'll take a timeout now and talk about it. They lead 7-0 in this game. Yeah, it's amazing. Actually, it's not a timeout. This will bring our first quarter to a close. It's like a summer sunny day here at Clifton Stadium, Plainfield, and Bayonne in the girls' flag football New Jersey State semifinals. The Bees lead by 7. Come on back. Second quarter straight head right here on the SFC Network.
When the game is on the line, you need a team who knows strength, recovery, and performance. At Alliance Orthopedics, we keep athletes moving. Stronger, faster, and better every day. For every parent, for every athlete, Alliance Orthopedics. Better every day.
Welcome. Come on in.
Looking for mental health services for you or your loved ones? We have a signature way to pair you up with a therapist that meets your specific needs. At the Lucan Center, we are driven by science and led by compassion.
Thank you.
Experience the Lucan difference at any of our 7 locations in northern Jersey.
Okay. Just to give them revenue. No problem, buddy. Back we are, start of the second quarter here. State Final Four for New Jersey girls flag football. Lindsay St. Q, Montclair State head coach. Jimmy Cavallo, the whole SFC gang. Sunny, hot Friday afternoon from Clifton Stadium, Joe Greco Field.
And actually, I'm an assistant coach at Montclair State. Lucky enough to be under Coach Kelly, James Kelly.
Now I'm in trouble with Coach Kelly.
No, never. He is the sweetest, nicest man. But I am honored to be the head coach here at Clifton High School.
So Bayonne now taking a shot on fourth down. Got a receiver, and they will score. Another strike thrown by Talia Smith. Into the end zone goes Tatiana Watson. Tati with a touchdown in the semifinals.
And there she is. Tatiana is truly incredible to watch. She just brings such excitement to the game. I loved getting to work with her last year. She'll be playing again in the North-South All-Star game in 2 weeks. And she is some target. You throw the ball anywhere near her, she's catching it.
Now Smith now for the extra point. They lead 13-0. Again on the underside. This one is close and it is in. Clicking on all cylinders. That one into the hands of Cameron Piper. So Cameron, just a 9th grader, hauls in the extra point, and it is 14-0. 4th down conversion. And Bayonne is in total control here in this New Jersey semifinal. 2 teams trying to punch their ticket to the finals. Stay aboard the SFC Network all night tonight. We will have Harrison taking on the 3-time defending champs Ridgewood. Ridgewood appears to be unstoppable on all levels. They've won 40 straight games. So now Plainfield, a little quick toss to the inside, bouncing her way, trying to avoid some flags, is Mackenzie Anderson-Cook.
And Cook with those hip movements, which anyone that knows flag football knows that avoiding a tackle is truly an art, and she seems to have it. She avoided, 3-4 Bayonne defenders before she finally got pulled.
Trying to find some space. So now Underwood, just a 10th grader. Underwood fakes the option, but a good flag grab right there. staying home on the grab there was Gia Logan, another ninth grader. Logan, 5'11". Off to a great start in her career when you get a freshman playing at that level. Third down now for the Cards. Running a little option to the up back. Shiloh Arrington, the junior captain, took the snap. She slid it out, but Bayonne swarming to the football. And that'll bring up fourth down. And a punting situation for Plainfield. Good recognition there by the Bees on defense. This punt picked up by the up back. Into the hands of Jada Stovall. So Stovall, just a junior. Good field position here for Bayonne. The ball be spotted at about the 29-yard line. Pay no attention to the football markers. Girls flag football plays to a little smaller.
And as we were talking about on the break, it will be a great day when we can have football fields solely dedicated to flag football, because I'm not going to lie, even myself, I call the offense, and on occasion, I kind of get lost in the field. Like, where are we at?
Smith now back to pass, flushed out of the pocket, being chased from behind. Smith still on her feet. Great effort that time by Layla Pennington, the sophomore. She was in hot pursuit. Smith went down. Well, in the world of high school sports, of course, most high schools have one primary field. It's the football field, the soccer field, the field hockey field, the lacrosse field. So with that, you get a multitude of lines all over the field. One great thing a lot of college athletes really love is when they go to college, a lot of universities have a dedicated field for field hockey, for soccer, for football with one set of lines, a lacrosse field for men's and women's, and that's really nice to see. It's a beautiful look when you're watching a game and there's only one set of lines.
Absolutely.
Here's Smith now. Quickly underneath she goes once again. Janelle still on her feet. That one's into the hands of Tatiana Watson. Toddy. So Toddy, she's got baller written all over her. Every touch she gets is making something happen.
And we were actually trying to get her to come on out to Montclair State. Tatiana Watson is a dual athlete. She is a basketball phenom, as well as obviously how she dominates the flag football field. And she'll be continuing her education next year, I believe, at Queens College.
Outstanding. Just outside the 10-yard line. Good grab there on the pursuit. That'll be a tackle for a loss. Benelli Petardo, the sophomore. Pichardo, I should say. And Pichardo has made a couple good plays in this game so far.
Number 2.
Second down now for Bayonne. Here's Smith. Back to pass. Takes a look. Little under screen. It's incomplete. That'll stop the play right there. Now third down for Bayonne.
And just looking at the field, obviously, I'm privileged enough to say that I get to call games out here on Clifton Stadium's field, but truly an amazing place to play a flag football game. The stands, like you said, very warm day today.
Here is Smith once again. Tatiana rolling out to her right, looking downfield, eyes downfield all the time, throws a strike. Oh, doctor, that is a touchdown. What a throw. Into the hands of number 21, Gia Logan. Gia Logan, touchdown. Check that. For Bayonne, number 2. Yes, for the Bees is Logan. And it's the Killer Bees, as the fans are saying now. What an impressive throw right there on the run by Smith. Here's the extra point. Smith, same play. They've used it before. Cameron Pfeiffer on a little bit of a release. Settles in right at the mark. And Smith delivers a strike. 3 for 3 on extra points for Bayonne. Then you got any replays? Yeah, when you look around this stadium, there's so much history here. You think about great track meets for the last 40 to 50 years, legendary football games for Clifton High School. The place just oozes history here.
Absolutely. And we are lucky enough to have cross fields at the high school. We have a football field where the band practices, as well as our flag football team.
Clifton Band, of course, one of the few bands that actually needs a stadium to practice in.
Absolutely.
They have their own fields.
Exactly. The show band of the Northeast. We'll be at a soccer practice, and the band is practicing up above, and, you know, we're privileged enough to get to hear that every day.
So now Underwood and the Cardinals of Plainfield, they are down 21 here. Second quarter, as Bayonne has erupted. Underwood, short route, incomplete.
I mean, looking at Bayonne, they're defensively, they just fly to the football. It's, you know, championship level effort on every single play.
Well, you could see why this team in the last 3 years, 26-1. That one loss in the last 3 years was to Ridgewood, the three-time defending state champs. It was 12-0 a year ago in the North Central Championship. But Tico Barrett has the Bees rolling. Look at this one-hander. Oh, what a catch there. Quick grab on the flag.
Tremendous effort there.
But that was beautiful. Jocelyn Surratt. And Surratt. Jocelyn, 23. Wow, that was pretty. So now third down for the Cards. Clock rolling, under 5 minutes left here, second quarter. Underwood. Intercepted. There she is again. Eva Chambers. She is having a day once again. Chambers had the pick 6 a week ago to beat West Orange in their last contest. One of 3 interceptions in the game for Bayonne. They are ball hawks at its finest in flag football.
And well coached, obviously. The defense has put a lot of time in, I'm sure, scouting Plainfield, seeing what they run, and you can tell how prepared they are for this today.
I mean, such a tight game to get here. 6-0 over West Orange, and they're kind of celebrating today, playing with a little bit of a lead, playing with some freedom, playing with some confidence. I mean, when you play a game like that against a lightning-fast West Orange team, I mean, in that game, every pull of the flag can be a touchdown-saving pull of the flag. You have the 3 interceptions. That was a battle for 48 minutes.
We're on timeout here. 4 minutes left. Plainfield trying to make something happen here.
So today's broadcast is brought to you by Alliance Orthopedics. Alliance Orthopedic, better every day. The Lucan Center for Psychotherapy. Optimal performance starts with your mental health. And by Kearney Bank, your community bank. How about Alliance Performance, powered by Parisi? Alliance Performance, train like a pro. And Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield, New Jersey, proud support of the Super Football Conference. Jimmy Cavallo, Coach Lindsay St. Q, and Bayonne looks like a team of destiny, destined to get to the finals and take on the winner of Ridgewood and Harrison, but the high temps seem to play right into their hand. They're playing fast and loose.
And I mean, something that I feel like is a huge part of Bayonne's greatness is something that doesn't show up on their stat sheets, which is communication. And they do a phenomenal job. I think I just jinxed them there, but they really do a tremendous job of communicating on the field, making sure their defense is working together. And we hear the fans saying to lock in, it's not over yet, which, I mean, still an entire half of football to go after this next 4 minutes.
So Talia Smith, first-year starter, 8th start of the season. Addison Rivera, number 1, has also got some starts at quarterback. Rivera can really throw it too. She's thrown for over 900 yards. But is Smith in there right now? Smith, a lot of time now. You can see she's got her eyes downfield at all times. And she takes what's given to her. On the flagpole that time was Deanna Jones, a sophomore captain. Has had a huge year, has Deanna Jones for Plainfield.
And honestly, looking at Cameron Piper, I believe, number 9, the freshman on Bayonne on that play, tremendous job blocking, staying on her block for a good 5-6 seconds, and then great job of just scrambling if QB needed her.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see where the rules go in girls flag football. You know, the evolution of the rules. You've already seen, Lindsay, in your time coaching, how the rules have changed. You wonder, from a physicality standpoint, where will it go? Right now, you cannot initiate any physical contact. There's no stiff arming for an offensive player carrying the ball. You cannot physically make contact while blocking someone. But it'll be interesting to see where it goes with all the athleticism and refined athletes that'll be playing girls flag football.
And it's been a great progression. This is my 4th year as head coach. Just being in the flag football world over the course of the past 4 years, seeing the growth and seeing some of the great referees. I see Velis on the field over there. Ryan clearly has been tremendous in staying on top of the changes in the game to ensure that the girls stay safe. And, you know, I've seen quite a few boy tackles out there, and it's certainly getting better every year, you know, making sure we're honing in on
4th down, complete. All the bees are rolling in the semifinals. Their receivers are right on the mark. There she is again, Tati Watson.
And you see why we were recruiting her so heavily at Montclair State. She is unstoppable on the field. Really elevates the game to a whole nother level.
Gotta be impressed with the junior quarterback, Talia Smith. No shortage of arm strength. Look at the poise here once again. That one will be overthrown. That is their first failure on an extra point. But the one thing about Talia Smith and what we've seen, Coach, and just her 8th start of the season, is when she sees a target, she gets the ball there in a hurry.
She certainly does, and her vision is tremendous. The ability to scramble for a few seconds, see if anyone's open, and then take off, which, in my opinion, is what makes a tremendous quarterback. You know, it's really hard to teach athletes to throw a football, especially starting at the age of 14, 15, 16, and she obviously has that it factor.
Underwood. She'll take this one to Jocelyn Surratt. So Surratt, that'll be complete. Ball goes out to about the 22-yard line.
And it looks like Tatsi might have
first down.
stepped on there. Kind of limping her way back to the line there.
She'll stay on, though. So now it is a first down for Plainfield. Underwood drops it off. On the carry that time was Layla Pennington, the sophomore. Good action on the flab grab. Looked to be Gia Logan, the freshman. Logan has been very impressive. You see her right there, number 21. Long, athletic.
I was going to say, with halftime coming up here, definitely where coaching adjustments could come into play, with Plainfield kind of struggling to get things going. I would think the coaches over there are probably trying to figure out what they can do differently in the second half.
Taking a shot. This ball is going to be intercepted. Third interception of the day for the Bees from Bayonne. They are absolutely rolling on the pick that time. Sophia Escobar.
And I mean, I would say our biggest impacts here have certainly been Bayonne's defense and their ability to just jump in there and, intercept. What was that, our fourth interception in the first half? And seeing what they did against West Orange would definitely make me question Plainfield throwing the ball in the air anymore.
Here's Smith now. Turns the corner, she'll pick up some yards. So clock rolling, under 2 minutes left here. It has been all Bayonne. They are rolling their way into the finals. Now the captain, Talia Smith, Jr. She has played like a captain today. She has been awesome in this game. Takes the under route, juking her way for good yards and putting on the brakes. That's Canty.
And Bayonne obviously operating like a well-oiled machine, and they've been in this moment before, which I'm sure gives them a sense of calm where, as I said, Plainfield's a younger team, and they haven't really seemed to be able to get it going yet.
The one thing you're going to see in girls flag football is varying degrees of competition you play in the regular season. And then when it boils down to the select few in the end, sometimes that competition will pay off. I mean, think about Bayonne in their last game, needing a pick six to win 6-0. They've scored 4 touchdowns in the first half of this game offensively.
Absolutely. And it's something I've seen firsthand, the level of competition in the Super Football Conference is tremendous. I say arguably our division is by far the toughest. We have Clifton, PCTI, Eastside, DePaul, all tremendous teams with tremendous athletes. And when you're going into every game with a high level of competition, it's getting you ready for these moments.
Smith now. She'll head out of bounds. This will be the final season for girls flag football of girls being able to multitask in the spring sports season for high school sports. Up until this year, you could play multiple spring sports, and the second sport could have been girls flag football. You could be a lacrosse and flag football player, softball and flag football player, track and flag football player. Lindsay, that will all end this year. Next year, the NJSIAA takes over. It's a certified, regulated New Jersey high school sport.
It certainly will, and that's a topic near and dear to my heart, as my sophomore quarterback is also a tremendous softball player. One of my best wide receivers, number 10, Abby Rasher, tremendous track star. Both sophomores, big decisions to make.
Look at Smith. Dancing out of the backfield. She'll pick up yards. Yeah, I think it's going to have varying degrees of effect on teams.
Seeing different, a Group 1 school with obviously less students in the school as opposed to, a Group 4 Clifton, where we should be able to sustain a softball team, a track team, lacrosse, and flag football. But I'm anxious to see what happens at the smaller schools. If they keep flag football as kind of an intramural sport, but at the club level, or if they get rid of it altogether.
Quick hitter underneath, down inside the 1 yard line. On the reception right there was Cameron Piper.
But just looking at a team like Bayonne, who clocked the ball a minute ago to stop the clock, and seeing how seriously they take it, it's been great to see the growth of the sport thus far, and now moving forward.
Third down to the end zone. Touchdown. The Bees of Bayonne are rolling in the state semifinals. On the grab for 6 is Jada Stovall. Second touchdown of the game for Jada. And the Bees continue to roll. And I think that's the small school factor is the factor in the declaration that you will have to choose a sport. Extra point is knocked down. I mean, when you look at Ridgewood, they've sort of been the standard for girls flag football, and the general assumption, I think, from guys like myself in the first couple years of flag football in New Jersey was, wow, they must be using all those lacrosse girls and those softball girls and the track girls. Group 4 school, big school, a lot of dynamic female athletes.
Of course.
Not the case right now. Right now, they are a completely dedicated flag football team.
Correct, and that was a goal of mine as well. I feel like in prior years, I had several lacrosse players, several, girls on the track team, etc. And effective last year, I said, I'm going to try to keep away from it as much as I can. And then this year, in fact, I said any new athletes coming out could not participate in both. So like I said, I do have a few that are definitely big impacts on my program. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, but there certainly should be enough athletes that, we are able to keep teams at all the different levels. I mean, in my personal opinion, obviously flag football is the way to go. It's such an exciting sport. It's so much fun to see the girls learning a new sport. I feel like when you have girls that play softball or soccer or basketball, usually they start playing those sports at a young age, and they get to the high school level and it's like they already know everything. Whereas now we're really getting to bring them in and teach them from day one, which has been a lot of the fun for me.
That's the coach, Lindsay Sinque of your Mustangs at Clifton High School. Of course, the assistant coach at Montclair State University. We're at halftime of the New Jersey Final Four. Two teams trying to punch their ticket, and the Bees of Bayonne are on their way. They lead by 33. It is halftime on the Super Football Conference Network. Come on, more girls flag football straight ahead right after this.
When the game is on the line, you need a team who knows strength, recovery, and performance. At Alliance Orthopedics, we keep athletes moving, stronger, faster, and better every day. For every parent, for every athlete, Alliance Orthopedics. Better every day.
Welcome. Come on in.
Looking for mental health services for you or your loved ones? We have a signature way to pair you up with a therapist that meets your specific needs. At the Lucan Center, we are driven by science and led by compassion.
Thank you.
Experience the Lucan difference at any of our 7 locations in northern Jersey. Log on to lucancenter.com or call us at 201-409-0393. At Lucan Center, get Lucan-centered today.
Prosperity is achieved one step at a time, with each success building on the last, transforming your money into something extraordinary. Whatever your goals, the team at Kearney Bank can help them take shape with products and services that help you master your money. Your first car, college tuition, a new home, even retirement. Let's make your dreams a reality together at Kearney Bank. See how today at kearneybank.com.
When the game is on the line, you need a team who knows strength, recovery, and performance. At Alliance Orthopedics, we keep athletes moving, stronger, faster, and better every day. For every parent, for every athlete, Alliance Orthopedics. Better every day.
Welcome. Come on in.
Looking for mental health services for you or your loved ones? We have a signature way to pair you up with a therapist that meets your specific needs. At the Lucan Center, we are driven by science and led by compassion.
Thank you.
Experience the Lucan difference at any of our 7 locations in northern Jersey. Log on to lucancenter.com or call us at 201-409-0393. At Lucan Center, get Lucan-centered today.
Prosperity is achieved one step at a time, with each success building on the last, transforming your money into something extraordinary. Whatever your goals, the team at Kearney Bank can help them take shape with products and services that help you master your money. Your first car, college tuition, a new home, even retirement. Let's make your dreams a reality together at Kearney Bank. See how today at kearneybank.com.
Deal and breakfast Dunkin's $6 meal deal. You get a medium iced or hot coffee, bacon, egg, and cheese, and 6 toasty hash browns. Dunkin's $6 meal deal is back.
When the game is on the line, you need a team who knows strength, recovery, and performance. At Alliance Orthopedics, we keep athletes moving, stronger, faster, and better every day. For every parent, for every athlete, Alliance Orthopedics. Better every day.
Welcome. Come on in.
Looking for mental health services for you or your loved ones? We have a signature way to pair you up with a therapist that meets your specific needs. At the Lucan Center, we are driven by science and led by compassion.
Thank you.
Experience the Lucan difference at any of our 7 locations in northern Jersey. Log on to lucancenter.com or call us at 201-409-0393. At Lucan Center, get Lucan-centered today.
Prosperity is achieved one step at a time, with each success building on the last, transforming your money into something extraordinary. Whatever your goals, the team at Kearney Bank can help them take shape with products and services that help you master your money. Your first car, college tuition, a new home, even retirement. Let's make your dreams a reality together at Kearney Bank. See how today at KearneyBank.com.
Back at Clifton Stadium, Joe Greco Field. Second half set to get underway. Jimmy Cavallo, Lindsay St. Q. It has been all Bayonne in this one. They have been impressive. Lindsay, every phase of the game. If you're scouting Bayonne as a coach in this game, boy, you're going to be checking a lot of boxes.
Absolutely. And scouting is such a huge part of coaching football, flag football. I know my staff and I put hours and hours in scouting every team that we play. And looking at Bayonne, you're not just planning for one girl or two girls. You know, they are multidimensional, and you have to try to stop their run game, their pass game. Tatiana Watson, there are many, they are multidimensional. You know, there are many different ways of looking at them, and obviously Plainfield is struggling a bit so far. We'll see if they made any adjustments at halftime.
New quarterback is in the game. It's Camila Janeo. It's Addison Rivera, I should say. Rivera. I mean, she's a backup quarterback in title only. She has played plenty. Played in 4 games. Started 4 games this year. And Rivera has thrown for 900 yards, or in the neighborhood of 900 yards.
Which, for a backup quarterback, so to speak, like you said, I mean, she's obviously not really a backup quarterback. She is tremendous.
So now, Bayonne in uncharted territory in this game, Coach. They're in punt formation. There will be a timeout on the field.
And as you were talking about before, all the little rules and regulations that are kind of trying to be ironed out. We see Bayonne about to punt and Plainfield not out on the field. Actually happened to us earlier in the season. We were playing West Milford, and they declared punt, and they were punting with their offense out there. Didn't give us time to get out on the field, and the referees actually called a penalty on us for not being ready.
Picking it up on the hop is Deanna Jones, a sophomore. Jones now will hand it off to Kazai Casey. Haven't seen much of Kazai Casey in this game. She's had a big year for Plainfield. They really would love to get number 10 going.
Obviously a little confusion there before she got going, but you see her avoiding those tackles out there, which is why Bayonne knew that they had to shut her down today.
Westfield's had a great year, 14-1. Plainfield, I should say, 14-1 on the season. Big Central Conference champs under Coach Josh Webb.
And their only loss on the season was to Westfield, another successful team.
Here's the give to Layla Pennington, the sophomore. Pennington down the right sidelines. Pennington down to the 14-yard line. Touchdown saving grab of the flag that time by Pfeiffer, Cameron. So that's the biggest play of the game for Plainfield so far, and they are in business here on their first possession of this third quarter. Ball sits right at the 15-yard line. Malia Underwood. Little motion here by Kazai Casey. Little inside give that time by Shiloh Arrington. Excellent pursuit by the defense right there. Gia Logan has been all over the field today for Bayonne.
And Bayonne making a few subs. I think Tatiana's out at this point, but still a lot of their big playmakers in there, making sure that Plainfield doesn't march downfield and make something happen.
Underwood at quarterback. Split to her right is Layla Pennington. Pennington now with a little motion. They'll fake it to her. Drop it off on the underside. The Bayonne's defense with great coverage once again. It's A-Rod, Avery Rodriguez, the freshman. So Avery Rodriguez, number 17, the freshman, alongside the other freshman, number 21, Gia Logan. They have been snatching flags all day. It's one of those measurables, Coach. When you start thinking about the recruiting measurables, I often wonder, how does a college recruiter, sort of specify that this girl can pick a flag with the best of them?
Honestly, I think live scouting is so important. It's been great getting so many girls involved on Huddle and making highlight films, which they've been sending in. It's very much following the boys line where, the players are reaching out to the coaches. And for me personally, I always love to see a live scout because, as we see, there is such different level of competition. As the sport is continuing to grow, we have well-established teams and teams that are just kind of getting started, and it's really easy to make a highlight reel of, great flag pulls against a first-year club team, so to speak. But getting to see Bayonne live and in action, they're definitely the real deal.
On fourth down, Malia's Underwood's pass is knocked down. Excellent coverage that time by Bayonne. Once again, on the coverage that time was number 31, LaVonna Anderson.
And Plainfield had some momentum going there. And Bayonne, subs, starters, backups, doesn't matter, shutting it down.
Yeah, you mentioned the parallel to boys football from a recruiting standpoint. You're a college coach, you're a high school coach, and you just start thinking about the measurables for girls flag football. There's over 100 colleges participating in girls flag football. That number is set to grow exponentially. It'll probably double within 5 years. You're talking about now there'll be 3 champions, Division 1, 2, and 3. There's NIL money, there's scholarship money. Within 5 years, there'll probably be 200 universities playing women's flag football in America. So when I say the measurables, size and speed and 40 times, and those are the boys' measurables, right? It's like
all the same things.
But grabbing of a flag is sort of a finite measurable. It's kind of tough to gauge it.
It is. And, that's all part of it. Just like boys are taught the proper way to tackle. You don't just get out there and hit someone. It's the same with the girls, teaching them about angles, about pursuit, proper coverage, read steps, all of those important nuances that really have made it its own sport.
Yeah, it's coming.
It certainly is, and it's been so exciting to see the growth and seeing the growth from day one, where it was just a club, fun, so to speak, and now seeing it grow into quote unquote a real sport has been truly incredible.
Here's Rivera now on third down. Addison rolls out to her right, eyes downfield. Rivera now spins through the first tackle. She'll get up to the 20-yard line. That'll be a first down now. Addison Rivera, the sophomore.
Looking at Bayonne,
so Addie rolling.
Tremendous job of building a program, and that's something that's always been important to me as well. Obviously, we all want wins every season, but looking at the bigger picture, getting the younger girls involved, as we see on Bayonne, they have quite a few freshmen out there. Now they have their backup quarterback, so to speak, so they're developing, multidimensional and truly doing a great job of growing their program overall.
Here's Addie now on first down. Steps up in the pocket. Takes a deep shot down the field. Just underthrown. Well, of course, out there in space was Tatiana Watson. or was that was Eva Chambers, I should say.
So
It
it's hard
was.
to see with their long hair. I believe Bayonne actually has their prom tonight.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I think some of the girls have their hair done in anticipation of having something to celebrate at prom.
Addie now drops it off to Pfeiffer, Cameron, but she's swarmed by the Cardinals there. Pfeiffer.
And honestly, Cameron is so much fun to watch out there, isn't she? She just looks like she's having a great time.
Just
freshman.
Ninth grader.
Ninth grader, not nervous, out there doing her thing.
Such a long career ahead of her, too. So much youth now being infused into flag football. Girls are gravitating towards it. Addie Rivera now out of the pocket. Addie Rivera takes a strike. Going down to get it. That is complete. Strong catch right there. Great job of seeing it right into her hands was Jada Stovall, the junior.
As you said, it's been really exciting to see girls call themselves flag football players. You know, oftentimes you hear, oh, I'm a soccer player and I also play flag, or oh yeah, I'm a basketball player and I play flag in the spring. But now girls are out there making flag football their primary sport, playing year round, training, getting ready for big moments like this.
Fourth down now for Bayonne. Rivera shaking and baking, trying to get to the edge. Good pursuit that time by Deanna Jones, the sophomore captain. It'll be a first down, though, but Jones, good job. But Addie just got there. Had to get to the 50, and the nose of the ball will just cross over. It is a first down for the Bees. Clock continues to roll now with about 1:15 left here in the third quarter. Here's Addie Rivera now. Addie Rivera taking a deep shot downfield. Good adjustment on the football. There was some contact there. I like the no call by the officials. The offensive player did make the adjustment. Serenity Burns Badia, the freshman in coverage.
I was going to say, you know, that obviously the fans are yelling that it was interference, but it truly looked like they were both just going up for the ball there. So I agree with the no flag call there. And looking at Plainfield, obviously kind of struggling today, but going from a 7-4 season last year, obviously tremendous improvement from them.
Into the hands now of Cameron again. Well, when you think about Plainfield getting here, a 2019 victory of Elizabeth in 4 overtimes, just, you know, the great plays by Imani Mullins on the receiving end of the passes from Aaliyah Underwood. And, you know, what an epic game to win 4 overtimes against Elizabeth, driving the field in the final 2 minutes to get the game into overtime. And, you know, sometimes that playoff game is your championship, and that's the reality for Plainfield today. They got here.
It looks like Tatiana, as I said, I believe it's Bayonne's prom. It looks like she might be cutting out early with a 33-0 victory on the board here. But I agree. I mean, Plainfield, Elizabeth, what an exciting game. It doesn't get better than that. And I say all the time, those are the games that you want to see. You want to see a close, competitive championship game. Elizabeth, such an established program. Coach Giles on staff there doing a tremendous job with those girls. And Plainfield certainly earning their right to be here after that close game.
Yeah, and that was their first conference tournament championship that earned them the bid to this state Final Four. See, the great people of Alliance are here today. Alliance Orthopedic, getting better every day. Super Football Conference Network, our outstanding partner in our Alliance Orthopedics. Back at it now, the Bees. This play will be blown dead. It's a little motion by Bayonne. Fourth and final quarter here. Addie Rivera now, still in shotgun now. Good look out to the flats. Look like Gia Logan, two-way player. Logan, great target at 5'11", extends the hands up to catch that one.
And Bayonne's ability to continue to move the ball up and down fields, even after putting in their backups, again, just a testament to Tico Barrett and what he's doing with the Bayonne program. You know, they're not just one or two star players. He has built himself a tremendous program.
Addie Rivera looks down at her wrist, little play chart. Now on fourth down, out of her hands, it'll be blown dead, and there's a break for Plainfield right there. It is not a live ball out of the hands of the quarterback once the snap is made. It's a dead ball right there. That'll cost him a down, and you don't really mind that one when you're up 33-0. Now, if it was 6-0, there would be some high drama on that sideline.
Absolutely. And we see the girls on Bayonne, you know, still smiling out there, having a good time, which even in those intense games, you know, 0-0, 7-7, that's one thing that I always try to say to the girls is, you know, let's go have some fun out there. Definitely makes it all worth it.
On the give to the right side is Layla Pennington. And having some fun out there has probably been the common denominator for the majority of girls flag football teams who have taken part of this journey in the last couple years. You know, when you think about it coming aboard, 2022? You know, and then little by little, the number of teams participating has grown, many of which, Coach, they're just participation-based. They're introducing girls sometimes to just high school athletics, but a lot of smiles and laughs, and you know what I mean? It's
I truly couldn't, and like I said, it really has been such a fun journey for me, getting to learn a new sport with the girls. I've always been a fan of football. My husband's the head football coach here at Clifton, which was kind of how it all started for me, but just getting to see it in a different dimension, and having girls, as you said, girls that have never played a sport before come out and try flag football and fall in love with a brand new sport is really something special.
Yeah, and it has all the byproducts of participation and, you know, having a uniform and putting it on and going to practice and
the camaraderie,
you know, everything.
Exactly.
I mean, it's I
say all the time, anyone that comes to a game that sees a flag football game live instantly becomes a fan, because it's just so much fun to watch and to get to see the girls do something that the boys do. And you know, everybody knows about tackle football, right? Everybody loves football, and getting to see the girls do it but with their own spin on it and truly make it their own really is something special.
And it's only going in one direction, and that is an upward trajectory. I mean, when you think about, you know, this landmark decision for college athletics to have a national champion now, Division I, II, and III, Summer Olympics in Los Angeles in 2028. You're now going to see women's flag football on television more and more. You're going to see the presence of dynamic size and speed and athleticism, and it's going to be just a sport that kids gravitate towards now at a young level. You're seeing travel flag football. The Jets have a massive travel football operation underway, and listen, once
waiting for the NFL to start a professional women's league.
Listen, it's coming, you know that. I mean, look at this, into Malia Underwood, and Underwood gets in for the touchdown. Malia Underwood would not be denied.
How they score?
Underwood just navigated her way, a couple of missed grabs of the flag, and stayed downhill and got to the end zone, and Plainfield has broken through. The shutout is gone.
Which, you know, Bayonne is telling their defense, you know, you never anticipate that the flag is pulled, play until the whistle, which is something I say on repeat constantly, but unfortunately Bayonne just kind of got tripped up there, and good for Plainfield getting themselves on the board.
Underwood with the fake now. Underwood looking. She'll drop it off now. Kazai Casey. Casey now. Double pass. That'll be short.
And going back to what we were saying just about the growth of the sport, I think seeing, as I said to you earlier, I have 2 sons and a daughter. My boys are 9 and 13. Hearing them say from a young age, when I grow up, I want to play in the NFL. And now getting to see that at my daughter's level as well. She's a huge lover of the sport. She's been playing flag football for several years now and, dreaming of hopefully getting the same opportunities one day. NFL, let's do it.
And listen, as time goes on, you're athletics is sort of the family business for your family.
Yes,
Your husband and yourself. Your husband, the head coach here, the Clifton Mustangs, and you yourself, the assistant at Montclair State, head coach of Clifton girls flag football. You see these growth spurts in sports. If you go back 20 years ago, where you think about Clifton softball and you think about softball, and then along came girls lacrosse, kind of a niche sport, and now you look at girls lacrosse in the last 5 or 6 years with the amount of girls playing travel lacrosse and high school lacrosse and college. they had that growth spurt. But as you sit here in 2026, you might just make an argument that flag football, girls flag football, this nationwide passion, it might be the fastest growing sport in America right now.
Oh, it absolutely is. The growth, not just in New Jersey, but then when you see the maps of the United States and the growth throughout the country, and as I said to you, it's contagious. You go to a game, you see how exciting it is. As we keep talking about watching, I think that was Cameron again, just watching her on the field puts a smile on my face. Seeing her out there doing her thing, and it's so much fun to watch. And seeing young girls, like I said, I'll give my daughter as a perfect example, seeing her come to these games and set her dreams on playing the sport at the high school level, at the college level, maybe someday in the Olympics, or, just having her dream is all part of the magic.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's, you see this with sports. I mean, my gosh, every night you can sit down and watch women's college softball. It's so amazing. The athletes you see, the level the game is played, and there's so much of it on TV. And I always tell people, as a TV guy, the reason why there's so much of it on is because a lot of people are watching it.
Exactly.
And it's really popular, and it puts the game on display, and you get to see it. And that's the path that flag football now will follow. Soon enough, you'll be seeing it on TV with girls down in the SEC and all the big schools, Georgia, Auburn, Tennessee, everybody, that pass incomplete. And you'll be seeing, some of the finest athletes that college America has to offer. They'll be on the flag football squads.
Absolutely. I am really interested to see what happens after the Summer Olympics when it's broadcasted on such a larger scale, and everybody's seen those shirts and the posters, the billboards. Everyone watches women's sports, and really putting it out there to get it to that next level.
And that's where it's going to really explode, because then you're going to see the rocket jukes. You're going to see footwork, the likes of which you've never seen before. You're going to see girls stop, change direction, reverse field, rise up over the top of the defense to catch, fade patterns in the end zone for touchdowns.
Exactly.
You're going to see athleticism alongside the game of football combined to make girls flag football, and it's going to be something to see. I mean, it's football is no longer a boys' sport. That's the reality.
No, I agree, and even seeing the growth of flag even at the male level. I know, as I said to you earlier, the town that I live in, we have a lot of boys that play in a recreational league, but for some of the kids that aren't ready to play tackle, or even in addition to tackle, just getting them out there and working on footwork and the jukes and the spin move and all of these different things that translate between tackle and flag football all just adds to the growth.
Yeah, I mean, I overemphasize, we're doing girls flag football here, the girls element of it, but of course boys flag football will have an equal participation base at the youth level. It's an athlete's game, and you're seeing more and more leagues pop up for boys flag football too.
Exactly. Just getting more kids involved. And as a parent, as a coach, you just want kids involved in sports, right? Keeping them busy, keeping them active. What could be better than that? It's all part of it.
So Plainfield has gotten on the board here. It is 33-6. Today's game broadcast brought to you by Alliance Orthopedic, better every day. The Lucan Center for Psychotherapy. Optimal performance starts with your mental health. Kearney Bank is your community bank. And the great people at Alliance Performance, powered by Parisi. Alliance Performance, train like a pro. Horizon, Blue Cross, Blue Shield, New Jersey, proud to support the Super Football Conference. Jimmy Cavallo, Lindsay Sink Q. Clifton Stadium, final 2 minutes now. It's been all Bayonne. Bayonne will go to the finals. They'll take on the winner of Ridgewood and Harrison. Of course, the expectations is Ridgewood, who's won 40 straight games, will find their way to the final. We'll have that game a little later here on the Super Football Conference Network. Ridgewood, of course, is the standard. 40 straight wins, 3-time defending New Jersey State champ. Ridgewood's, at this point, they've kind of taken over. They're looking for a national tournament to play in. It's been a different level over there for a while.
I agree. It almost seems like they're unbeatable. And just Mickey McDermott, the head coach over at Ridgewood, tremendous job that he does over there.
Yeah, Mickey McDermott, longtime college football coach, was part of the Ridgewood high school football staff. Not anymore. Now working for the New York Jets, one of the driving forces in their travel football squad that they have. The U14s, 15, 16, 17, right on down the line. So many squads on that Jets elite squad. Shiloh Arrington there on a little jet sweep. Got to set that ball quickly. This could be the final play of the game here for Plainfield as the clock will stop momentarily as they'll walk it off. 24 seconds left.
And I always like to say, in my opinion, every game comes down to a few huge plays. I think looking at Plainfield's interceptions and Bayonne's tremendous defense here, you know, it's a toss-up between running the ball more frequently and getting minimal yards, or throwing the ball up. And Bayonne was there and ready for it.
That will do it. But Bayonne comes into Clifton Stadium, Joe Greco Field, and puts on an absolute show. They win it 33-6. Plainfield season will come to an end. Bayonne, the Bees, will move on to the finals. Bayonne will play for the New Jersey State Championship. And Lindsay, one final word. They were great early and often in this game on both sides of the ball. Multiple interceptions on defense, 3 or 4 interceptions on defense. Talia Smith at quarterback, finding multiple receivers downfield. They executed on both sides of the ball. This was really a textbook performance by the Bees of Bayonne.
Exactly. Just looking at Bayonne's depth, as we said, scouting, such a huge part of preparation for these games, for any game, but especially a high-profile game like this.
Lindsay, thanks for coming along for the ride.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you for the finals. Ridgewood and Harrison on the Super Football Conference Network. Check it out. You'll see that tonight also. So for Lindsay Sinkyu and everybody here at the Super Football Conference Network, all Bayonne, the Bees, 33-6 over Plainfield. Bayonne is going to the state final. We'll see everybody next time on the Super Football Conference Network.
Recovery and performance. At Alliance Orthopedics, we keep athletes moving. Stronger, faster, and better every day. For every parent, for every athlete, Alliance Orthopedics. Better every day.
It's the biggest deal in breakfast, Dunkin's $6 meal deal. You get a medium iced or hot coffee, bacon, egg, and cheese, and 6 toasty hash browns. Dunkin's $6 meal deal is back.